Well, a new church in our region is getting set for its first service this Sunday, but it won't be your typical gathering. That's because this church is a place where everyone, regardless of what barriers they face, can attend. People behind the idea say it could be a first in Canada. CTV's Jeff Harrington has more.
The 5-year-old Riley is doing something he can't do on Sundays. He's running where the sermon at this church is usually delivered.
The first time or two that it happened, it kind of caught you off guard a little bit, but we realized that, there was Riley's a special young boy.
Riley lives with autism. Riley's mother, Francine, says it's a challenge many don't know how to deal with.
We didn't have enough workers at the church, and they didn't understand it. They didn't know what to do.
That's when Riley's parents decided they needed to do something themselves. They've created what's believed to be the first special needs church in Canada.
We're going to do things a little bit differently in our church. We're going to go slow. We're going to show, say less, and stress. These are all proven techniques and therapies that actually work to deal with children with special needs.
The idea is to make church open for anyone who wants to attend.
In my opinion, it's huge. It's huge. It's huge for the parents in the aspect that the parents can come and find a place where their children are accepted.
There's a church like this needed in every city. There's every 20 minutes a child's diagnosed with autism, 1 in 800 with Down syndrome, so there's a big need in every city, and it's a need that's currently not really being met.
The pastor at this traditional church agrees.
This could really be an awesome thing for the city of Fredericton. It could be an awesome thing as the vision of this goes across the nation of Canada. Perhaps it'll catch fire in many different places.
The first service for the Family Circle Church will be held this weekend, and Pastor B.J. McKelvey says anyone and everyone is welcome to join. Jeff Harrington, CTV News, Fredericton.
Easily the best church I've been to. No church beats it.
Well, I'm just going to speak to the people that are thinking about this church, or even, or maybe considering to come here. I would highly recommend that they really do, because this is a very exciting environment.
We've tried to go to church with our boys. Our boys battle autism. It's been very difficult. We've actually attended 3 different churches, and from each of those churches there were severe difficulties, and our children were actually removed from the church. A couple of churches that we went to, if you stood up in your chair and you started moving during the service, you got the most evil looks you've ever seen. It was just like, okay, just sit back on my chair and pretend I don't exist. Here it's a lot nicer because you don't have people giving you funny looks if you get up and decide you want to jump around, run all over the place. But you also don't get funny looks if you don't do that.
I think the thing I find most refreshing about Family Circle Church is they're not afraid of things like autism or Down syndrome or any of these things. There's so many churches, they'll pray for you with a cold or maybe some other things like this, but when it comes to something like that, of that nature, they shy away from it.
This here church, hopefully it won't be the same as the last church. Hopefully it will not be the same, because this is for special needs. And then the duo told us that around rumors that we were possessed by the devil, our entire household. After that, people started disliking us. We actually moved. Yeah.
We are very abstract in the sense that we generate in this house prosperity in different ways, and it's a very exciting environment to be part of.
It was always a juggling act, and the boys were always asking us, well, why can't we go? Why can't we go? Why can't we go anymore? And I never really had a good answer for them, because I knew they wanted to be in church, but they couldn't be in church. And I couldn't explain to them that the church couldn't deal with them, couldn't deal with their special needs, couldn't deal with their autism, didn't know how to handle them.
This is a situation in a church where not only aren't we not afraid of it, but we're gonna meet it head on, and we're gonna say, thus far, no further. I mean, this is where it stops. And I think that's something that's very important, something that's very necessary, because it's becoming more and more prevalent. It's ground that the devil has been able to get. And a lot of people have let him. And God has said this time is the time for no more.
I mean, we have Riley running around, and sometimes my little brothers will chase him around, and it's not an issue either way. It's a lot more liberating almost, in the sense that you don't have to worry about the way that you're supposed to act or the way that you're supposed to be. And it's just a lot easier.
It focuses on the child, and the child is an amazing, it is a universal symbol, in my opinion, of regeneration and love, and I think everybody needs to experience what we're trying to do here.
And when I actually found out about this church through the Facebook ad, I was like, my words, this is so awesome.
I just tell everybody that's heard about it or thinking about it to come and share on the experience.
And this is such a beautiful thing for us to not have to worry about the fact that our kids, can move around and nobody's going to frown, can participate and no one's going to frown, can do it the way that fits for them and fits for their special needs. And for us, it's beautiful. It should have happened a long time ago. It really should have. I'm so glad it's happening now. It needs to happen more. It needs to grow. It needs to be everywhere, because there are people everywhere that are battling special needs and battling with autism and other special needs with their children, and this needs to grow. This needs to expand. This needs to be everywhere. There needs to be churches in every city for people who have children with special needs, because the regular, normal churches don't know how to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most churches are not prepared to deal with special needs. That's why I think this church is a blessing to this world. Only because this is the kind of church that they would need in every region of the world. From here to North Korea to China to Africa, everywhere. You need this about as much as they need clean water and resources. That is my opinion. As well as freedom. My opinion is freedom is my own brother's.
You like this church?
Yes.